we're on the way. Yeah, that's what I believe. See, his sunshine is all around us, and there are beautiful clouds where you are. That's how I know that these worries will not last. I can see you've been crying and staying wide awake, asking yourself why the journey is so tough. They say tough times never last, only tough people do. So don't stop believing, I know it's gonna be better. Say la, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 ba-dum. Can't be loved by everybody, it's impossible, you know. And trust me, it's okay, so let the toxic people go. Your peace within is more priceless than a pearl. You got to be happy, cause life's just way too short. Don't stress the little things, they will only waste your time. Just take it easy, easy like a nursery rhyme. And I'm singing, I know it's gonna be okay. So I wanna see you smile today. Hey, you just gotta be happy, man. Good days, bad days, it's all part of life. But you must keep the groove on.
Okay, my name is Maoli Pugli. I am Deputy in charge of administration, Accra Metro, NADMO. We, like as the news broke up yesterday, since yesterday evening, so we sent some of our men to come and assess the situation here. And this morning too, we are here to assess the situation. Now the fire has been brought to control. The affected building, now we are yet to know the number of people that occupy this building, the number of people and things that has been destroyed. That is where we can see what we can do. We cannot say that we are going to give everything to them, but we will look at their situation and what we are also can offer. You see, that is what NADMO essentially we are here to do. Some of the things we do as NADMO is to educate, to prevent disaster from happening. And this education, we have been doing it through in and through out. Like even just looking at the situation here, these are indiscipline that has amounted. Look at the deep freezers. We have about hundreds of deep freezers here. You understand me? Look at the wiring situation here. All those things can cause those disasters. A building like this with such an activities going on, we don't even have one fire extinguisher here. Because from the report that we are gathering, it's unconfirmed. I mean, there are so many allegations that is going on. They saw a smoke. From where? What causes that smoke from coming out? So we are begging everybody, we should take our safety seriously. If you see your brother that is doing something that is going to hurt somebody, speak up. As you came here, I was speaking to one of your media stations. Look at where we are standing. We are talking about flood. These are drains. And look at how it's choked. Who did it? It's not our own beings. Now, the water cannot have its way to flow. So water will still find its way wherever it's going to go. We are telling people to desist from those things. We are too stubborn. But I believe that going forward, we are taking lessons. And maybe drastic measures will be taken about such matters. Look at the Sache robbers. Look at it. It is not helping us as a country. We should. It is sad though, but at least we will learn something out of it. Yeah. You're welcome.
So wait, the way forward, what's the way forward for the affected?
That is why I'm saying that now we don't know the number of people. We don't know what they have lost. So we're going to...
Each time we want to do our work and you intentionally start crying. Look, as I speak to you, it's just unfortunate we didn't lose any life here. Look at the wires here. Give away. Look at the wires. Look at us. It's like coming. You see, when you I beg you, let a woman take care. That TMA is very big. We have to do that. Let them. Get down from there. Get down from there. Hey, madam, get out from there. Get down, come down. Go this way.
We're fine.
Create a space for him.
It's okay. Be here and be swimming. Don't follow him.
Oh, please. Don't follow him.
We cannot build a country like this. We cannot sit in a country and you build it on the waterway. If there's a small rain, we cannot build a country like this. We cannot sit in a country and you build it on the waterway. If there's a small rain, we cannot build a country like this. We cannot sit in a country. Go this way.
We're fine.
What exactly do you here? Is there a free protocol for what? Go this way.
That's
one of the risks of their job.
Well, the Ghana National Fire Service is making its way to the place. Oh, also, unyamani biashana.
Patrai, nyama yeton, it's on Manta area, so down her, but I hana metin. Baby bia shit. Time I frame me now me buying, I couldn't pick up anything. Everything is gone. So, meaning the Sarah didn't say on say a thing. Then penny form we are more bomboy because we don't know where to start from again. Because then you use being a single mother losing everything in a single of an area. Because you can know how what I'm going through. It's not easy like that. It be a call. Oh, cause they be a cockline so nyama neighbor, cause China crab by and chair. Nina, square zero. Don't know. In him. They've taken our numbers. They'll come to our aid. So we are just hoping the best.
Contain water to fight the fire. What do you have to say about that?
Oh, good morning to you and good morning to your cherished viewers. To say that the fire engine arrived here without water is not true, because the fire engine is such that it is designed in such a way that as soon as it's parked at a fire station, it's supposed to be fully what? loaded with water. So we don't have a situation where you come to the fire ground and then there is no water. But what normally happens is that the moment the car comes, we are supposed to connect from the hydrant to the pump, then from the pump to the fire scene. That is the way the drill is being performed. You connect from the pump to the fire ground, then you also connect from the hydrant to what? The pump. The indication is that when you are discharging the water to fight fire, you are replenishing from the hydrant into the pump. That is the way firefighting is done. So the problems normally we face is that when there is no water, a hydrant, what happens is that when the water is exhausted, you need to go and replenish. And yesterday, those of you who came around could bear with us that we had 5 fire engines here and an AMA tanker. So for anybody to say there was no water, that's not true.
We also understand that one suspect has been arrested in relation to this particular incident. Do you have information on that?
No, I don't have that information. I don't have that information.
As it stands now, as a service, what is the current update?
No, as we stand now, this is a security zone. We are going to cordon up the area and continue with our investigations to establish the cause of the fire.
Okay. You know, we came to the hotel again. Oh, yes. Wow. Very terrible. You know how much Brian. So I just want to come in.
Check.
Wow. We have to prepare for very close to us.
Join. Where's Join?
We also call our SBU who have the water cannon. Yes. They also came and supported us. Oh, but the whole building went down. The good thing they did was that they protected the life of the place from ascending for the fire. Yeah, from stretching beyond other buildings. Yes. So this is what they have done throughout the whole night. Wow. And last night our fire officer, one of them, got hit the hospital to save him. Yeah. So it's a good job by our sister. She was also on the ground in the night throughout. It was raining. Yes, it was raining. Yes, and there was also another building collapse at Adenta. There was a multiple thing. That's so sad. I mean, it's a very old building. Yes, so I hope that it is a CID next. This is where they do fingerprints and everything. And then so when they move them to the current place at 37. Then I think the personnel, yes, as a presidential accommodation. Yes, sir. This is so unfortunate. But I've spoken to the woman, I've spoken to Ozaki. He said you and him have been talking. So we are to try and get a place for them. And then NADMO is coming with the relief items too. Yes, so, I mean, our immediate focus is to try and house them. And then we'll try and see what we can do with the building. So hopefully when the old man is back, then, because this should be very urgent. Because already the accommodation situation is very dire. So if this one comes to add, it makes it even more difficult. Tifa, thank you so much, men, for all you've done. At least, most important, we've not lost a life. I mean, this property we can replace it. If you lose a life, you can't replace life. So this is, but I know that we are temporarily sheltering them. Yes, sir. So can we go and see the place? Yes. I know the men are here. Yes. They are staying in our conference room. Yes. We have some two conference rooms. Yes. So one was given to the men. And the other was given to the women. So maybe they are all in the regional conference. Okay, so maybe let's go and see them. No, I'll talk to them after we are done. After I've seen this. Yes. Yes, I mean, this is just too unfortunate. And it's sad that at a time like this, when the housing for police is even critical, we are even losing some of it. Just yesterday, right? So just yesterday we were talking to a private partner
who was willing to partner us to come in to augment the housing deficit for the police. Yesterday we left around 4:30 there or 5 when we were going through the documentations, and then we woke up, and then later in the night, during the rains, we heard this. I want to thank the IGP and his team, the Ghana National Fire Service, the Chief Fire and her team, National Security, and all the security apparatus for.
Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
All right, good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Aldo Moro. It's always a pleasure to come here. It's a beautiful Friday morning, isn't it? This is the day the Lord indeed has made, and we're glad in it. I want to say a big thanks to the Almighty God, the Almighty Allah, for making it possible for us to return here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in Nigeria country, Ghana. I also want to say a big thanks to you, our loyal, esteemed and distinguished audience, for tuning in every day from 7 a.m. to 9:55 as we bring you Ghana's Real Talk. This is where the real talk happens. Today is I've got to confirm that. Today is the 5th of June, 2026. And wow, this is how fast time flies. Let's go ahead and look at what the papers are reporting, not just the papers, but the news portals as well. So I'll start with the Daily Graphic. It says 24-hour economy to create 1.7 million jobs by 2028, according to Guzi Tano. And the Finance Ministry releases 1.67 billion cedis for agri sector. Biodiversity, the Goldfields Way. Nation to produce first vaccine 2027. Vaccine Institute drives local initiative. The Ghanaian Times says that floods paralyze Accra again, major roads cut off, residents trapped. Fire guards across Central Police Barracks avoid handshakes over Ebola threat, according to Minister. Gamashin lifts ban on noise making ahead of Homowo Festival. Daily Guide says that Gensed condemns Dr. Amwakuhene over Akosia Kuma comment. Abronya DC remanded for failing to surrender passport. MCL Ghana launches Grand Panache, appoints Michael Blangsing as ambassador. Now, Audit Service Board, Auditor General lock horns over staff promotion. Prevent Hajia for real from accessing my children. Reenacts ex-wife. The Weekend Crusading Guide says Gensed condemns misogynistic attacks on women in politics. Lawyer straight blows in court over Hajia for real, reenact in custody battle. I've never really understood why somebody's private matter is always in the media. I still don't understand. Who is behind this? Every single day there's an issue about Reenact and his wife. To what end? You have no idea how this is going to affect the children. It's sad. Every single, and it's almost all the papers. And I'm sure your guess is as good as mine. When stories are serialized like this, somebody's up to some mischief. Anyway, staff revolt as Priestess Sankofa Gold, the Gold Board, excesses and MD benefits under fire. And there's also Buipewura honors Gold Board CEO for leadership and service to Ghana. NPP demands passage of original anti-LGBTQ plus bill, accuses NDC of betrayal. The Insight says that Fifi Kwete speaks on Mohammed's successor. Oh, this matter won't go away, will it? France overturns law classing people as property 178 years after abolishing slavery. And the AI must serve people, not replace them, says Kambali Musavuli. Sorry about that. Bless me. Court remands NPP's Abronya DC for failure to surrender passports. There's a Dubois in the trial. Atacha wants Kandapa others to testify. Let's now look at the Herald. The Herald paper. Debrezi health walk stopped as Seydou Nkete's thank you tour continues as Ras Mubarak cries the chairmanship of views. Distress Luke Oil Springfield to benefit from state-funded oil deals behind closed doors. Dubai and London talks still controversy. Fifi Kwete warns NDC members against Akufo-Addo syndrome. This finance minister bears teeth at lease and sell mining transaction. Questions Newmont's $1 billion Achim mine to Chinese. Abronya recaged over failure to surrender passports. Chief cites education and medical treatment abroad. The Ghanaian publisher says MCL unveils grand panache, names Michael Blangsing as brand ambassador, and his Bupewura honors Sami Jenfi for exemplary leadership, and his ICOM stable and functional Ghana link. Group slams attacks on Akosua Menu, minority defense anti-LGBTQ plus position, and slams NDC hypocrisy. NPP affirms stance against LGBTQ plus as minority demands original 2024 bill. That's the custodian. And as Boako pledges improved water coverage in Tano North. And here we're talking Gideon Boako. And as Jen said, condemns Amwako in over sexualized attack on Akosua Minu. Court remands Abronya again. This Ghana's inflation hits 3.7% in May. And I think they go up. Oh, what's going on? Daily Post says that Bupewura Abdullahi Jinapo II, the honest Gold Board CEO for leadership and service to Ghana. Ghana targets $20 billion gold purchase to boost central bank reserves, according to Finance Minister. 47th June 4 uprising anniversary. Let's reflect on valuable lessons from this pivotal moment in our history. VIP urges NDC and members. NPA marks World Menstrual Hygiene Day 2026 with distribution over 30,000 sanitary pads to SHS girls. And then you have the Catholic Standard. It says Speaker hits pause Bagbing. Orders fresh. Consideration of anti-LGBT bill amid procedural concerns. And there's road works or road risk. Motorists urged to stay alert as rainy season construction turns highways into danger zones. And then there is also blood on the road. Okada Mini sparks national fear. Welcome home. Ghana embraces returning compatriots from South Africa. Who is planning Ghana calls grow for sanctions against land abuse as flooding threats persist. Stray animals, deadly streets. Assemblies urged to crack down on roaming cattle, goats, and sheep. And then there's an editorial which says consensus is not weakness. Okay. Now, my Jaw Online this morning is reporting that SSNIT's biggest challenge in technology is getting Ghanaians to use it. That's Kwesi Afre Baini. It's the SSNIT boss. And there's from months to days, SSNIT now processes claims, pension claims in just 7 days. Ghanaians feel shortchanged. Steve Mante explains growing backlash over Goldfields lease. Let's now look at the City Newsroom. It says agriculture funding in Africa remains grossly inadequate, according to Eric Opoku. Of course, that's the agriculture minister. Mahama arrives in Belarus for 4-day state visits. There's Ghana Link rejects ICOM's downtime claims, demands evidence from critics. And as Goldfields lease renewal delay could undermine FDI inflows, according to CEMSE. Let's now look at Ghana Web. Ghana Web this morning says Wednesday of Grief, the tragic dates that continue to haunt Ghana's collective memory. And there's also why June 4, 1979 was the beginning of Ghana's woes. There's 7 African players to watch at World Cup 2026. And here are FBI's most wanted fraudsters and the amounts they're accused of stealing. It's also there. And he said he wanted to die. Sister of Adenta building collapse victim. I take in weed a lot. It calms me. Marriage is slavery. I can't cook. That's according to Miss Bell. That's interesting. She takes weed a lot. Okay. Well, Metro TV Online this morning says Nigerian trader jailed 7 years for human trafficking in Ghana, and there's Man City have opening Anderson bid rejected by Forest, and there's Liverpool appoint Andoni Areola as the new head coach on a 2-year contract, and the Black Star squad numbers confirmed for 2026 FIFA World Cup, and there's pension funds, banks, and buyers key to Cocoa Board funding model, according to Ato Boating. Does NDC internal elections trigger wave of resignations in government as top appointees eye party positions? That's right here. That's on Metro TV online.com. All right, so my guests are already here. They're seated, two of them, two fine gentlemen, very, very passionate about Ghana. Yes, they joined us this morning, and please stay with us. I'll let you know who they are. But let me also remind you that the Good Morning Ghana show is proudly sponsored, or let me say AH Cafe is proudly associated with the Good Morning Ghana show. But the show itself is brought to you by Metro Digital. Please stay with us.
Tanumo onunchoni ha o dama chiechele wekun oyanu tumo osole moji yake ubawo nani aya baba shushu amen.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy. Specifically designed for low and medium income earners, our range of customizable homes includes 2- and 3-bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Grab your bottle and unleash the taste of Storm Energy Drink. A bold flavor, a big attitude, feel the vibe, own the moment. It's your time to be different. Storm Energy Drink, make your mark.
Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
It's me, Azar.
Yeah, me now they see. Hey, you don't look fresh, oh.
Hey.
With your label today, me.
Wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Samacha Sapapadia to a mammy manful. Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, and maniswing, Nesansu Mama Hotoso, a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Madam, I'm looking for Abena.
Abena, there's someone looking for you.
Madam, please, where's Abena?
Abena, yes, ma'am. Is this who you are looking for?
Madam, please get me Abena. Please.
Della, Abena bra.
Oh, Abena. If it's not Abena rice, I can't eat any other.
Abena rice. FDA
June 3rd, 11 years ago, tragedy struck the heart of Accra. Lives were lost, families were changed forever, and a nation mourned. Today, we remember through action. Let's Love Lead NGO present the 4th edition of the June 3rd Memorial Sanitation Drive, bringing together celebrities, musicians, community leaders, chiefs, influential politicians, and the general public for a major cleanup exercise from Nima Mambo Bigata to Paloma and its environs. Together, let's keep our communities clean and protect lives. Date Saturday, 6th June 2026. Location Nima Mambo Bigata to Paloma, Accra. Time 6 a.m. prompt. Come ready to clean, come ready to serve, come ready to lead with love. Powered by Let's Love Lead NGO. Healing communities, inspiring action. For more information, call 0242 737116. Sponsors, partners.
I am Osahin Alexander Kwamina Afenyo Market. I want to encourage everybody to watch the World Cup on Metro Sports.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM.
Hello guys, my name is Chef Marcel. I'm inviting everybody in the whole world to watch the World Cup on Metro TV, the Original TV, and the Original FM. Salut mes amis, mon nom c'est Marcel. Je vous invite à regarder le World Cup au Metro TV, Original TV et Original FM. Merci beaucoup. Je vous invite. À tout à l'heure.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM.
The ultimate World Cup experience is here, and it's at Estilo.
This World Cup, and they are back on.
Witness every insane goal. Feel the roar. Cheer your team on to victory live on the big screen. Dive into live studio action with Metro TV. Sip on bold signature drinks and devour mouth-watering food straight from Estilo Bar and Kitchen. And yeah, you could walk away with gift vouchers and prizes too. Estilo, the World Cup is here. Live it loud, love it hard. Only here.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is live on 94.1 FM. And also tell a friend to tell a friend that the Good Morning Ghana show is on. So they should please tune in and listen to the real conversation that takes place here. So this morning I have two very interesting guests who are with me on the show. In fact, they're not new to the show at all. They've been here several times, and I like interacting with them because of the knowledge that they express or they exhibit or demonstrate on the topics that we raise, and the fact that they try as much as possible to be as passionate and as objective as they can to the best of their abilities. Now, when I talk about objectivity, you know, I think it's trite knowledge that objectivity is purely relative. So I don't need to add. Need I say more? Now, so Alfred Kojo Thompson is here with us. He is a national treasurer hopeful of the New Patriotic Party, but of course he's also a member of the communications team of the party. Alfred, good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. I hope you're doing well.
By grace, if I haven't been taken by the flood and I'm sitting here.
Yeah, you must be thankful, eh?
God. And I'll say a very good morning to Dr. Baume and Lady Samira.
Okay.
The good work, the leadership, the insights they are giving us to make the party more functional before. It's not easy to get there.
Right.
It's not easy to lead.
Okay.
Because so much is expected of you. And if you are doing that, you do it with a clean heart,
right,
a great mind, and with some discipline and focus. I believe the sky will be the starting point and not the limit.
Right.
So I greet them this morning, a Friday morning. I wish them the best for this weekend.
Okay.
I know yesterday he was in Agogo to mourn for the late Agogo Hene. Nana, what's his name? Former PNDC.
Yeah.
The Agogo Hene. Akwaku
Sapon, yes.
I wish them well. I was also at Madam Kate Jemfue's house to mourn with her on the passing of her mom. The General Secretary, Justin Kodua, was there with his entire team. Honorable Akosia Fremont Pario was also there. We wish her well, and we believe that on the 4th of September, when we go to Akotia to have the day's celebration with her, will step in and support her, so she feels and sees that even though she's lost her mom, she hasn't lost everything. She has friends, she has well wishers, she has people she's mourning with. So I wish Madam Kate Jemfua our deepest condolence, and I wish her well in whatever she's doing. I wish my
wind
brother
of the I got wind of the information that she's actually not contesting the women's organizer
No, she's
position.
not going
She's
again.
not.
She's not going again.
She's been there 3 times, right?
Twice. She's there twice. Because she was with she won with the likes of John Boyd Williams.
Yeah.
Must have been in, before the 20,
Otiko took us into the 2016, 2017.
Right.
Then she came over for 2020, 2024.
Yeah. So that's twice.
So from 2016 to 2024, 2024 to now.
Okay. All right. So
I wish you also well. Today's a Friday.
Yes.
And salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam.
Your green is very nice, even though I don't usually like wearing green. I love your attire.
You know, I was actually, I think you took the wind out of my sails, because I was just about to ask you a while back, who is actually your designer?
Yes, he's a nice guy around the TUC place. I'll give you his number.
Yeah, please do.
Just
I
around
think
the
he's
TUC traffic lights.
Okay. No, he's good.
He does some good jobs.
He's good. He does it for you for free, I believe.
Not for free.
He should be doing it for free, because you're the next national treasure of your party. He may want to approach you one day to facilitate something for him.
I usually like helping those who, are like me at the grassroots, so that they can also establish their business and establish it well.
Yeah, if he does free things, he'll collapse his business.
That's why I've given myself up for this position. I believe that we need to help our people. We need to help especially the delegates. Most of the time we hear them complaining. But when we sit down with them and we plan well with them and we focus with them and we support them, sometimes it's not just about money support. Sometimes mentally, sometimes telling them how to run a business. Because we have been in the field, we know how it goes. So once we are able to help you establish your business gradually, someone will tell you that, I started business with 500 Ghana cedis or 50 Ghana cedis or whatever they will say. But how did you turn it around to become a multi-millionaire that you are today? And I said that when you study most of the richest people in the world, there are people who didn't even get a professorship or a doctorate or even finish school. But they were focused, they were business-minded, and they decided that, listen, whatever I have to do, I'll do it and do it well. And one thing I advise everybody, not only my party people and my delegates, is that failure once or twice doesn't mean that is the end of the world. It is a stepping stone. It is a learning curve for you to make it in life. So let's all set up, let's all get focused, let's all work hard and make sure that with the support, with the brotherly love of each and everyone, you should be able to make it.
All right. So also with us is Abdul Fattah Al Hassan. He's the MP for Yendi. And also a private legal practitioner.
He has invited me.
Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you're doing very well.
I'm doing good, and good morning to Alfred, and good morning to the good people of Yendi. Moro, thanks for having me here today. And let me say, it's been a very tough week for us as Ghanaians, and in view of what we have witnessed in the last 2-3 days. My area was one of those that were hard hit by the flood, and fortunately not too close to me, but it's like some 1 kilometer away from my end, and it was so devastating. Something we should consider as a national emergency, but if possible. And then good morning to His Excellency the President of the Republic, who is currently outside the country. I'm sure he's arriving in Belarus for his 4-day tour. After the Ghana-UK summit in the UK. And to our Black Stars who have just landed in the US, we wish them the best. We pray that they raise the flag of Ghana high on the pitch. We have strong belief in them, and we trust that they will do well. But what's your problem?
No, you say you have strong belief.
We all have the conviction that they will make us proud.
The pastor who
sometimes when you list
the pastor who said you see them, you should see him before they go. Has he done that? Otherwise, you won't win any of the games.
Yes.
Have you done that?
Do we need to see him? So if anybody
you have a Reverend Minister at the presidency, you should praise him. Person in charge of Reverend Ministries.
All right. So yesterday you celebrated June 4th. But
there was no celebration.
Well, there was a celebration in Bono.
Yeah, there was some mini celebration
on a quieter note.
Yeah, our general secretary, national chairman,
is the absence of Rollins. Creating a certain vacuum, it's taking something out of it.
A lot. It's taking 80-90% of this team out. The boom speeches.
Do you fear?
I think what? Yeah.
Do you fear that if it's not repackaged, perhaps the June 4th celebration may lose its essence and its relevance?
Yeah, I think so. I think you are spot on. And I think the party has to find a way to revive that celebration. It should be marked with a number of activities, and I think this year that is how it's being done. So it's not just going to be a one-day event. Remember, this year we're planning to rename our headquarters after Rollins, and so it will now be called Rollins House.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
It's part of
this
the
is
activities. Yes, it's
you
part
mean the Adabraka office?
Exactly.
It's called the Rollins House.
It's going to be called the Rollins House. There will be an event to do the same. And so there are a number of activities planned.
Oh, apparently our head of production for the show, Bryce, is just telling me that apparently yesterday Fifi Kweti mentioned it.
Exactly.
At the press conference.
Yeah, so it's been in the works for some time. Yes. So I think this can only be well celebrated if it is marked by events, series of activities. Sometimes the one-off event does not really bring out the message so well. And trust me, no matter what we do, even if we give it 360-day celebration, the absence of Rollins will still mean that it cannot be as it used to be, as everybody used to know it. And more so because the president is out of the country. And he
hasn't attended the June 4th celebration.
I'm sure
in a while. I don't recall the last time.
You sure last time he wasn't there?
Last year he wasn't there. 2 years ago he wasn't there. 3 years ago he wasn't there. I don't recall the last time I saw him there.
Anytime they are celebrating June 4th, he travels out of town.
I'm afraid.
Oh, why?
Is that your house matter?
Check.
What are you suggesting?
Convenient.
Is that your house matter?
That is deliberate.
I have to check, but I don't think he has been that upset.
The funny or the sad thing is that they are going to name a building after the man they never revved.
How?
The last days of Rollins, go and check. The last days of Rollins, go and check what the chairman and his team were doing
the
about talking about him.
The opinion some people in the NDC have about Jerry Rollins will not take away the fact that he founded the party. People can have issues with him, which is fine.
Do you see what they did to the wife? She even did their katamanso for them.
Yes.
She did everything, the branding and everything.
Yes.
What happened to her after that?
What didn't you do?
They more or less kicked her out of the party.
How?
She formed her own party.
She said she doesn't want to.
You think the she herself will just get up and go and form her own party?
But we all have our differences with our political parties.
When you are the birth of the party.
She gets more.
Because of the way they treated her. And after that, look at the last many days of how they treated Rollins himself. They treated him like an outcast. Today you want to remember him by naming the building after him. God bless you, NDC.
But some of the people who had issues with Rollins thought he was too nice towards the MPP, especially Nana Akufo-Addo. And that's one of the problems they had with him. That everywhere Nana was, he was seen with Nana, and they had serious issues. You can't be founding your own party and all the time you're hobnobbing with another party. The same person you said all kinds of things about. Where lies your principles?
Didn't he have issues
Kunedu saying she even doubts if Akufo-Addo has a law degree and all of that. We know all the things she said about him. But yet today he's become your best friend. So for them, it was a betrayal of his own principles.
It wasn't. Or he wasn't their best friend.
It's an area that we are focusing on this morning.
No, it's not going to be focused.
I don't get where
I don't know why you are complaining about this.
So let's
see. Nanado showed leadership.
Okay.
Nanado showed maturity.
Yes.
By revoking the courtesies. By revoking the courtesies due an ex-president.
Then you can come in. No, even though I have issues with you, I need, as a leader now, to come to you. Nanado went to him.
So Kufuor didn't show leadership.
Nanado went to the
Kufuor didn't show leadership.
And whatever he did, he sorted things out with him. Kufuor showed leadership by reducing certain things from him because he insulted him to the extent that he called him Atayi.
You those who are protectors of free speech.
Yes.
The people who repealed the criminal libel law.
The president Atayi, and he had issues with it. But that doesn't mean that maturity and love Kufuor never showed to him. He should still show to him, even after all that.
Okay.
He still showed him that. But that is not what you people did before he died. In fact, you people neglected him to the extent that we had to hold him like a baby for you. You neglected him.
What did you neglect, Rawlings?
I don't know where he's coming from. Is he?
But you know, he was still the main guy for the June 4th celebration.
Oh yes, this June 4th is about Rawlings. Rawlings is June 4th. Yeah. And the moment he left, you see how the whole thing has become. Actually, they even wanted to, when I was passing in front of Jubilee House the last time.
Yes.
Even the military barricade they did in front there for the lighting of those, it's all sports. And I was asking myself, hey, is it because Rawlings is dead, all this thing has gone with him or what?
All right, so we'll look at, Alfred, we'll look at some of the fallouts from yesterday's June 4th celebration. We'll look at that later. For now, we have an existential threat. Flooding. Major issue. I mean, every year when it floods, Accra and Ghana comes to a standstill. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a way out of this because this madness cannot continue. You know, I mean, yesterday, was it 2 days ago? Yes, 2 days ago. So I had this stress call small cancer. They still thought I was on air. Oh, please, can you call fire service to do this? Can you call police to do this? And it's just the few connections I had to call people to see if they can help them. Some people were driving, and their cars were almost going underwater. They were with their children, they had left, they have gone to pick their children from school from 4 p.m. At 10 p.m., they were still in traffic. Anyway, so the Ghanaian Times has captured it accurately. It says, floods paralyze Accra again.
I thought this morning I see some videos.
Yes, we played a lot of video this morning. In fact, yesterday, you know, just during the flood, the police station at Accra Tudu also got bent.
It got bent.
So, it got bent totally. And so yesterday, Vanessa Odotom, I hope I got the correct your surname. Edotom, yes, she was there yesterday. Edotom. It means God has blessed me. Yes, that's what it means.
Not you.
God has listened to me.
Not you. Has listened to Vanessa.
Yes, that's her name. It's not my name. I said she was there. Okay. God has listened to me. She was there yesterday. She did a brilliant report and interacted with some of the people who were there and they told us what they saw yesterday. That was on Monday. Sad spectacle. But anyway, so Ghanaian Times this morning says, floods paralyze Accra again. Major road cuts, residents trapped. Hilda Nsami is reporting for Ghanaian Times that for the umpteenth time in less than a month, and like how it starts, for the umpteenth time in less than a month, several areas in Accra were flooded after 2 hours of heavy rain. Drivers, commuters, and pedestrians were left stranded as key roads linking communities became impassable. Areas most affected including Kaneshie, Pantang, Ashalibotri, Lakeside, Asham, and Sakumono, Kanewu, Ejekojo, and parts of Agboba, Ashoman. At the Kaneshie market, floodwater swept through sections of the trading area, destroying goods and leaving many traders counting their losses. The extent of the flooding made movement difficult for commuters. As a result, some were stranded overnight due to the lack of transport and only reached their destinations the following morning. At the Kwame Nkrumah interchange, one of the city's busiest commercial and transport hubs, large portions of the area were inundated, making movement difficult for both pedestrians and motorists. The Odo River reached full capacity with the floods disrupting transportation. Several commercial vehicle operators suspended their service due to flooded air roads, forcing passengers to seek alternative means of travel. Residents of Kwabenya and the Ga East municipality were also affected, with movement disrupted and community stranded for hours. By Thursday morning, many residents struggled to continue to work and school as vehicles navigated waterlogged roads and heavy traffic built up along major routes. A visit by the Ghanaian Times to parts of Kwabenya on Thursday morning revealed pools of muddy water covering sections of roads and footpaths. Some motorists drove cautiously through flooded areas while others parked by the roadside to avoid damage to their vehicles. Many residents blamed choked drains and indiscriminate dumping of waste for worsening the situation. In an interview with the Ghanaian Times, drivers expressed concern that poor road conditions contribute to the muddy and flooded roads. We go through this almost every tiny season. A few hours of rain and major roads become difficult to use. Kwekwe Avuai, driver, said. The Ghana National Fire Service also issued a public safety advisory warning residents in flood-prone communities to take precautionary measures against possible flash floods. The service said emergency response teams have been placed on standby and encouraged residents to report emergencies to the national emergency number 112. A lot of people don't even have this number. So they'll call me. You know, 112, please write it. 112. Or the Fire Management Center lines 0302 772 446 and 0299 340 383. That's why when we start Good Morning Ghana, we put all these numbers out. As a responsible and a caring media organization, we put all of these things out. Some of you, when I say tell a friend to tell a friend, it's not because I want you to just come and watch the show. It's because we have good things for you. Take the number and share so that people can save themselves in situations like this. This is what we do. Emergency response, Ghana National Fire Service, 112-192-0302-772-446. It is not for nothing we put it out there, because we want you to save your life and save other people's lives. Please, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. There is a lot of information here, useful one. Useful information. Here we go. Emergency response, Ghana National Fire Service. Anyway, so, gentlemen, this is what we have. Yesterday, I saw some videos of the Accra mayor. He's already going around pulling down some structures down. I don't know whether we have those videos. Right, if you can find those videos, that'll be nice. And, you know, it was full of action yesterday. Fantastic. So I'm told that we have those videos. We'll play them at some point. Now, let me say that at some point during this conversation, we will be joined by a man who... Yes, that's it. That's the video. Gentlemen, let's watch this for just a few... Bright, can we watch this or we should just continue with our conversation? Okay, let's watch this. Alfred and Honorable.
Madam, me mau baby now the nyama na go rumpe. I'm sick mama you. You can see I'm feeding with the woman. I'm giving her somewhere to put the thing. He doesn't like it.
No, that I don't like it.
So what is the problem?
My problem is that they give me a job.
Madam, we cannot let you. We can work it.
I'm told they are breaking the law.
We want to do the right thing so that tomorrow you don't get flooded. We said, no, don't break it. Give me money. Hey, Ghana. Let me speak to Professor Felix Nikwe Hammond. He's a land economist and managing director of Property Databank Ghana Limited. He's a land and property consultant. He's a land and property consulting firm, but he's also an urban planner. Let me speak to him briefly on this matter before I come back in house to pick the thoughts of my guest. Prof, good morning. Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Ghana.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, I hope you're doing very well, sir.
I am, by the grace of God.
Yep.
I'm sorry that
now, before you even walk us through what, in your view, is the reason why we keep recording these incidents anytime it rains, tell me what was going through your mind on Tuesday when it rained and all the things that you probably saw on social media and some of the things you may have heard on radio, TV, you must have watched on Metro TV, etc. What was going through your mind, first of all, just as a Ghanaian, not even as a professional? What was going through your mind?
Okay, so that's very interesting, and good morning once again.
And please speak up a bit, sir. You're not that audible.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Very, very audible now.
Okay, thank you very much. And in May 2015, I remember where I was exactly when that storm rain happened. I was around Sotum, and a few cars before me were swept by the storm. So I saw death right before me during that time. Now, what happened? I didn't even know what was happening. But when I came back home, I read the news and I saw the situation indeed. The following day, I saw headlines across most media newspapers saying never again. 2015, we said never again. And 2026, 11 years down the line, we're here. And so that was what was going through my mind, that how can we move from never again to a perennial situation that will continually happen for 11 years. And that was really, to answer your question, that was what I was reflecting. And I see people being thrown out of their houses, demolition spree everywhere, and trying to blame unauthorized development for something that is really a very complex scenario for us. And so, as a Ghanaian, that's what I was thinking about, and that was what was going through my mind.
In 2015, when it happened, I'm sure you're talking about the Kwame Nkrumah Circle disaster or incident, and we said never again. Unfortunately, we've reneged on that promise.
Yes, yes, and which is very sad. And as a nation and as urban planners, it's easy for us to have the high headlines all over the place, but do nothing till it happens again, and again and again and again, which is very sad.
Mm. What really... Okay, so let me put it this way. Why do we keep recording these incidents every time it rains? And what is the difficulty in solving or dealing with this problem? And is it even solvable?
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, I think solvable, yes, it is solvable. But the factors are numerous. It ranges from encroachment on wetlands, encroachment on waterways. But the biggest for me is the failure of the physical planning system itself. I'm sure if we go through the system critically, we may also blame climate change as a factor because everything is changing and we're having more rains than previously. But it's a physical planning failure as far as I'm concerned. Our physical planning laws are preventive in nature, so they require that you get permits before you develop. Development is broadly defined to include any changes you make to land, any changes at all. And it's preventive in nature. So without the permit, we should not be seeing things happening. Now, development planning is managed by the local authority. So they sit within the community. The wonderful thing that we see and we know about property is properties don't spring up overnight. Some take a year to build, some 10 years. In fact, yesterday I was watching the news and there was this old lady whose properties were being demolished, who said the properties have been there for 20 years.
Yes, in fact, we spoke to her on this show as well. In fact, we actually broke the news on Metro Television.
So why now? Why are we attacking when we have a planning system that is preventive in nature? And it's as if the development is always ahead of the planning system itself. And the planners are chasing development and doing corrective planning, when in fact we should be doing preventive planning. What saddens me is the fact that the people that are being punished today are the people that have encroached or developed wrongly, but not the people that sat back and watched them. In fact, the people that sat back and watch these things happening are the people that are controlling the bulldozers and directing the bulldozers today to demolish buildings and to demolish encroachment. But they were supposed to prevent it in the first place. And so it is a complex situation for us that unless the public service, the planning system itself is strengthened to ensure that the preventive approach to development is enforced strictly and ensure that all those that are put in charge do their work well, it will be a very difficult situation for us. But I've also observed that road contracts are issued and roads are constructed, and you won't find gutters around the road. Now, water will find the line of least resistance. Any slope, water will pass through it. And if you don't have drainage along our roads, we have a problem because anything that falls on the road will move into the community. Even in the worst case scenario, sometimes you have the gutters done, but they are open gutters. So they get choked easily. And so nothing will help us prevent these events happening if we don't first ensure that all roads come with appropriate size gutters, and that those gutters are properly covered and are maintained regularly to ensure that they are not choked, they are not blocked by debris or waste, anything that will ensure that this will not recur. We also have our solid waste management problem in the country where people just litter people through things everywhere. The local authorities, again, so everything comes back to the local government system. The local authorities have power to control and manage waste within the system. There are laws against throwing waste and good in the books, but we still don't see them being enforced. There are a few things that government itself has done in the past, but you notice that sometimes we think that the consequences of this flooding and water thing is the households that are flooded, and which is a very important and serious matter. However, most of that thing is Legon Hill estate was flooded badly. Now, most of these developments are based on bank loans. People have mortgaged their houses, they bought land using bank loans and everything. Now, these are threatening even the collateral used at the moment. So the economic implications of this go beyond just people's houses being flooded, which is a very serious one, but also the fact that the banks and the financial system will suffer as a result. People will lose their houses, banks will lose their money, and the economic implication is much broader than probably we are looking at. Now, what worries me, again, coming back to your, we're developing a nation. Now, at the time that the rains are flooding everywhere, we are at the same time throwing people outside their house and demolishing it. Where should they go? Where should they sleep? Pregnant women, old women, children who will have to go to school the next day. We're demolishing their houses as if they were the only culprit. But if we do not allow the preventive approach to permitting to work effectively, and we have these things, our approach to solving it must be humane as much as possible, and not drastically throwing people in the water and blaming encroachers 100% of what has happened. Encroachers may be blamed, and I agree with that, but 100% I disagree, because the system that has been put in place has collapsed. Government spent, there was a project called the GARIT, the Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development Project, GARIT. Significant amount of money, and probably the largest urban resilience project that the nation has ever had. It was approved around 2019 by the World Bank, and I think the figures are around 350 million Ghana cedis to dredge the Odo Lagoon and the river basin to ensure that they become like a sink to collect overflows and not spill into the communities. But from what we're seeing, we haven't seen a lot of that solution materializing, even though the monies, I believe, have been spent. So if we say never again, I believe that we should sit down and look at all the facets of the problem, from highways to the planning system to indiscipline, and have a clear solution that will not cause this to happen again. It's not enough to just say never again. And when people have failed to discharge their responsibilities, I think they shouldn't be the people leading the charge and controlling bulldozers to remove people from their homes. You will be surprised that some of these people that are built on waterways have building permits. Some of them have building permits. Some of them have all the necessary documentation. So in fact, our laws also indicate that without your building permit, you should not get your land title certificate. But that has been honored more in the breach than compliance. And people obtain land title certificates without ensuring that their sites are consistent with the approved plan for the area. Many of our areas don't actually have fiscal development plans. Many of our communities don't have fiscal development plans. And there's a system where the planning authorities sometimes grant permits, what they call approval in principle. So there's no scheme for the area, there's no layout, there's no plan. But given your application, we are approving it. Whenever we are ready to come up with a scheme, we will take that into consideration. And so the development is ahead of the planning. And sometimes when giving planning approval or approval in principle, we don't even have the flood maps for our communities. We don't know. The flood maps should be available digitally to everyone. So even before you buy land, you should be able to check and see whether it's a wetland, whether it's floodable, what the situations are. And planning permission should not be granted without reference to flood maps. And so, as I said,
Prof, hello, can you hear me? Whose responsibility is it to generate this flood map?
There is a lot of organizations. Environment.
Okay.
The Ministry of Environment is the central organization when it comes to these flood maps.
Right.
But they have to work with Land Use and Spatial Planning Authority, LUSPA, and then even the survey department to be able to map all the areas and then know where the flood maps, the floodable areas are, the low-lying areas are, and make them available digitally to everybody so we can see. So a lot of organizations will have to come together properly to determine these floodable areas and look at how our planning permission system also works. In fact, I must also say, and I'm not justifying encroachment in any way, I will never do that because that's the work I do, I have to prevent that. But it takes forever to obtain a permit. And so when people apply and they want a place to live and make applications, and it's taking forever to approve, the natural instinct of people, justified or not, is to go ahead and put up the building. They may end up putting it at the wrong place.
Okay.
So we need the planning system also to be quick, and not just having a system that we apply. But if it will take me 1 year, 6 months,
okay,
to get a permit, a lot of cost, a lot of movement, a lot of coming to visit and follow up, people will just bypass it and carry on, and then start developing, and then we come back to this same problem every now and then. Planning permission should be something that should be done within 21 days or 30 days.
Yeah.
And then if we know that it will take 30 days, everybody will wait. And buildings, as I've said, don't spring up overnight. And so over the years, what is the planning system doing? What have they been doing until 2026 that they want to take the bulldozers to people's homes? And then in the system, the local government ministry itself must deal with it. I think the Greater Accra Regional Minister tried dealing with it, but there was a lot of media storm around it, so I don't know what is happening. But the people, public servants employed, to ensure that this do not happen. They are engineers, they are fiscal planning officers, and they've been in the community with the community. They drive around every single day.
Okay. Now the latest with what we intend to do with our MMDC is, because you raised it in your submission, on your commentary, you're wondering what has become of it. Yes, we know that it came up during the Kufuor period. It suffered some kind of a jolt, because there was some disagreement on how to do it. The both political parties agree that yes, they must be elected, but it's the how, which then became a subject of, which became a bone of contention. The latest, though, as far as that is concerned, is that Cabinet has approved far-reaching reforms to Ghana's decentralization system, including plans to end the appointment of metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives, review the Local Government Act, and introduce stronger accountability mechanisms at the local level. Under the proposed reforms, district chief executives will for the first time be elected directly by the people on a non-partisan basis, while a new local governance law is expected to be laid before Parliament by the end of 2026. This is according to Executive Secretary of the Inter-Ministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization, Dr. Gameli Kewubire Hodiafia. I hope I got that pronunciation correctly. He was here on Metro TV. We mentioned it, and it's all over the news wire. So we've made some progress with that. We don't know whether it's going to also suffer some kind of jolt when there's some disagreement, but some processes have begun. But, Prof, quite clearly from everything you've said, it's a mess, because the factors are multifaceted, but what it also means is that some tough, hard, nail-biting decisions would have to be taken. I mean, can the politicians do it?
They should.
Okay.
They should, but it's a public service issue. It is the employees that are supposed to ensure these things work are not politicians. They are public servants, and they should be accountable to their stewardship. They've been employed, they are paid, they are engineers in every single district, they are fiscal planning officers every single district. They are supposed to be doing their work. Mayor after mayor, they are still there. Okay. They see a lot of mayors go and come, but they're still there. So it's good to have a change in the way mayors are elected. But if we do not make the public servants accountable for what they do, I'm sure
nothing will change.
Yes, we'll still come and have the same discussions again.
Okay. Prof, we were honestly hoping that you would be joining us in the studio. Unfortunately, I think something came up, so we were not able to join us. So you spoke to us on phone. But let's try and arrange and get into the studio one of these days, because you have a lot to share. And this one, this one, it'll be full conversation. So let's try and arrange for you to come through the studio one of these days, so you can have an hour with you.
Sure, I'll be happy to do so. I'll be happy to do so. And I apologize for not being in the studio today.
Wonderful. So, Prof, will do that. So, Professor Felix Nikwe Hammond is a land economist and the managing director of Property Data Bank Ghana Limited, a land and property consulting firm. We'll take a short break. When we come back, my guest will chew on this matter.
Through every stage of life, some things simply stay with us. The spirit of never giving up. A throwback to a bygone era when love was service. The silent statement of love. A thoughtful gesture that deepens bonds, balancing work and life. Every drop refreshes, every sip hydrates, just as it should. I am awake, one for life. Drink water, drink awake. Supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy. Specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by a vivid green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all. Her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Femi Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, that's on you.
Improve car.
Yeah.
Captain Mosquito, double the accent. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Femi sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Come tum preko.
This Easter, Estate Masters Limited is giving you more reasons to celebrate in our extended Easter promo. Secure your dream land at Nest Cottage, Chopoli with a massive 15% discount. Or choose Palm Hills, Gomwa Pamfukurum, also at 15% discount. And for lovers of the coast, Coastal Park, Ningo Prampram awaits you at 10% discount. Plus, enjoy free site visits and free documentation because we make land ownership simple. This Easter, don't just celebrate, invest in your future. Estate Masters Limited, your most preferred estate partner.
June 3rd, 11 years ago, tragedy struck the heart of Accra. Lives were lost, families were changed forever, and a nation mourned. Today, we remember through action. Let's Love Lead NGO present the 4th edition of the June 3rd Memorial Sanitation Drive, bringing together celebrities, musicians, community leaders, chiefs, influential politicians, and the general public for a major cleanup exercise from Nima Mambo Bigata to Paloma and its environs. Together, let's keep our communities clean and protect lives. Date Saturday, 6th June 2026. Location Nima Mambo Bigata to Paloma, Accra. Time 6 a.m. prompt. Come ready to clean, come ready to serve, come ready to lead with love. Powered by Let's Love Lead NGO. Healing communities, inspiring action. For more information, call 0242 737116. Sponsors, partners.
West Africa stands at a defining crossroads. A region rich in opportunity, yet challenged by fragmentation, policy divergence, and structural constraints that continue to limit its full potential. The African Continental Free Trade Area offers a historic pathway to unlock trade, strengthen regional value chains, and accelerate economic transformation. But today, the question is no longer what to do, it is how to deliver. Join live on 30th June 2026 at 11 o'clock GMT on Metro TV Ghana, DSTV Channel 277 and Ebbets digital platforms for the 5th edition of the President's Round Table on the theme, Financing Integration in a Fragmenting Region, Making AFCFTA Work for West Africa. This high-level dialogue is designed to move beyond discussion and drive action, to identify bankable cross-border anchor projects that deliver tangible impact within the next 12 to 24 months. From transport and logistics corridors to digital trade systems to export-oriented manufacturing value chains, this roundtable will spotlight solutions that transform ambition into measurable results. Participants will address critical questions. How do we unlock financing for regional projects? How do we overcome regulatory barriers? How do we secure strong joint suffering commitments? This exclusive event, broadcast live from the Metro TV studios in Accra and convened by Dr. George Ejekum Donko, President and Chairman of the Board of Directors of EBID, will assemble policymakers under the theme, Financing Integration in a Fragmenting Region, making AFCFTA work for West Africa. The vision is clear. The opportunities are real. Now it's time to deliver. Tune in on 30th June 2026 at 11 o'clock GMT on Metro TV Ghana, DSTV Channel 277 and EBID's digital platforms for the 5th edition of the President's Round Table. Mark your calendar and stay updated on this event via EBID's digital platforms. ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, EBID, transforming ECOWAS communities.
Hi guys, my name is Kojo Oponkroma, Member of Parliament for the Righteous People of Ofuasi Ayuribi. We are waiting to watch the World Cup, and we know that for many years now, for behind-the-scenes coverage, for up-to-date news, when it comes to the Black Stars in the World Cup, it's traditionally been Metro TV, and now you have Original TV and Original Radio. So I want to encourage you, watch Metro and Original for the latest updates on the Black Stars and the World Cup in US, Canada, and Mexico. We'll be watching. You watch too.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Lamine Sane. I'm the president from Senegalese Association in Ghana. I want to invite my people in Senegal, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Côte d'Ivoire, etc. Come watch World Cup from Metro TV, Original TV and Original FM in Ghana. Voilà, il y a une télé qui est là, du nom de Metro TV, Original TV et Original FM. Je veux inviter tous mes compatriotes sénégalais, voilà, ivoiriens des pays francophones, sénégalais, ivoiriens, burkinabé, maliens, Niger et du Bénin. Voilà, il y a une télé qui est là, du nom de Metro TV, Original TV et Original FM. C'est la bonne télé ici à Accra. Merci.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. My guests are still here. Mr. Alfred Kojo Thompson is a finance person and economist. He's actually MPP Treasurer hopeful and also a member of the communications team is here with us. And also Al-Hassan Abdul Fattah Al-Hassan is MP for END, but also a private legal practitioner. We want to focus most of our time today on the burning issue of flood, which is associated with the heavy rains that came down on Tuesday. But of course, broadly speaking, the fact that it's been a perennial problem since the days of Adam, as far as Ghana is concerned, and we're still struggling to deal with it. Let me, before I bring them in, let me just quickly do this, that the Office of the Registrar of Companies wishes to inform all companies, business owners, and the general public that the deadline for filing annual returns and renewing business names has been extended from 30th April 2026 to 30th June 2026. Now, this extension gives businesses additional time to regularize their status and also avoid penalties. Failure to comply by the new deadline may attract sanctions, including additional fees and possible removal from the company's register. Additionally, the ORC has announced that 318 companies have been earmarked to be struck off the register in accordance with the Companies Act 2019. Affected companies have 3 months for the publication date to take action or make representations. For further inquiries or clarifications or to obtain a copy, kindly reach our call center on 0308 249 841, 0308 249 841, or send us a WhatsApp or Telegram to 0599525774 or connect with us on social media at ORC Ghana. ORC, a trusted partner for business. Let me start with you, Honorable. Where were you on Tuesday? Did you struggle to get home? I'm sure you saw some of the videos and things like that.
Yeah.
What's your own experience like?
Fortunately for me, Tuesday I got home very early. I think by 4:30, 5 I was home.
Lucky you.
Yes, because
it started. It was on Wednesday. Sorry, it was on Wednesday. Sorry,
that was on Wednesday.
It was on Wednesday. Yes. It started. I'm told around the Denta Medina area around 4 p.m.
Oh, okay.
And then
so in
came
my
down
area,
to
around 5, 6 there, but I started.
Okay.
And I was home. I returned from the silent break on Sunday. So Monday, I was still feeling the pressure, the stress. So Wednesday, I said, no, let me rush home early and sleep. And so I go home a little early and then I slept off. And then, but I got up in the night, the usual lights off that we experienced. It was a lights out that even got me woken up because, it's under the heat. So I got up and I realized that everywhere the was flooded. My area was one of the core areas. My area has the Ramsar site, the Sakumono Ramsar site. I know even recently, the regional minister and other people, they went to do some demolition exercise there. And it's serious. Almost the entire place is almost taken off. And so that amount of space that was reserved to serve as a detention center for some of these waters, now we are losing it. And so you find people building. But the biggest disconnect in all this is how we allocate our lands, or if you like, our land tenure system. Now, do you know that it's our chiefs who sell the lands, who allocate the lands? Now, and then you have assemblies giving permit for the construction on these lands. So you have a total, and these two institutions, they are not aligned. So one institution is responsible for allocating the lands. They will give you the land, regardless of where the land is located, go and build. The chief has given you. And now you are now coming to another institution which has no relationship with the traditional authority to now give you permits. Now you come to that institution that's supposed to give you permit, and they are like, that place is so zoned for building. Meanwhile, the chief doesn't even know that area is not zoned for building. So we must find a way of making these two institutions work. Our traditional authorities and our district assemblies must work hand in hand to be able to effectively and efficiently manage this land allocation or land tenure system that we have. Otherwise, you have, and the assemblies, when you come there and then the district assembly tells you that area is not zoned for this, then the chief takes a phone and calls the DCE, who probably got his or her position by virtue of the intervention by the chief.
True.
Because today, as we speak, when it's time for selection of MMDCs, it's the chiefs who even come in and tell you who they want to be there. And 90% of the time, the chiefs get their way. And so when they succeed in getting their MMDCE there, and tomorrow you, the DCE, you are coming to tell him that the land he has allocated cannot work out because that area is not zoned for building, then it becomes a problem. And so the assembly then becomes powerless.
Yeah.
That it gives into the demands of the chiefs because the chiefs have influence in making them who they are.
Right.
So not until we change some of these structures. One, we should make sure, and I'm happy that we are bringing in the issue of the election of the MMDCs. Yeah. They will not have to, by all means, take the orders of the chiefs, whether it inures to the benefit of the entire society or not. And secondly, the fact that we should find a way of integrating the two structures. The one allocating should have a picture of the zoning of the area. Because what you are allocating should be fall within the zone. We should allocate, take the money and chop the money before we come to whether you can give you permits to build or not.
Yeah.
So that is another disconnect. Well, one issue that continues to baffle my mind is, we had this project we call the Garrett project.
Yes.
When we experienced the June 3rd disaster in 2015, government went in and World Bank gave us a package of $200 million.
Yeah.
That was in 2016. That was when the program was supposed to have started. Now, they were still doing all the paperwork and all the consultations. So it was finally approved in 2019. We were supposed to have 200 million. And then the government of Ghana came to Parliament and sought approval for additional 150 million, making it 350 million. And what were the key things to be done under this project? The dredging of the Odona. You understand?
Yeah.
The Nima Paloma drain, dredging of the Nima Paloma drain. Then they were supposed to also look at building on waterways and other things, and then early warning signals and other things. There were a number of things that were supposed to be done. Today, as we speak, the project was built to end in 2025. When it was approved in 2019, it was supposed to have a lifespan of 5 years, 2020 to 2025. When COVID struck in 2020, we were told because of COVID it would delay and drag to 2027. But no, the fun aspect of it is that the key things that were supposed to be done under the Gari project are still hanging. Today, the drainage, the Odona, is even getting silted much faster than we dredge it. You come in, you go there, you see some equipment being there, you see some equipment doing some dredging. The next time you go there, the whole place is filled up again. So I don't know what is happening. And you know, this is the physical nature of Accra as a city, the geographical makeup of Accra, makes it prone to flooding. Because it's a low-lying area, and it's also closer to the sea. And unfortunately, we have a buoy looking us up there. And most of the water that we see here come from the Eburi side. And we don't have these detention centers, this Ramsar sites as many as we can. In fact, it should be a policy by government that any estate developer should have within the estate demarcated land for detention of water.
That's interesting.
You understand? So that when you are to build, you should know that this is where you will control the water. Because look, now if you go to that side, Oyarifa, and that is where we are having the most development these days.
And Ayi Mensa.
That area is now overtaken by structures.
I'm told Nana Krome is also fast development.
But these are the areas that would have reduced the pressure with which the water from the mountains is coming with. But because that whole area is now overtaken by these structures, the water flows freely and there are no detention. So these estates around that area, they should be mandated to provide detention centers around their estates so that they can hold some of the water, so we don't have as many floods as possible. We don't have this water coming all the way into Accra, because when they come, the drainage, the Odona place is supposed to have retained about 65% of the water, but it is fully salted. It cannot do anything. The other thing that affects it is to do with the planning, which I've spoken about, because the area that the office that is supposed to do the plan is disconnected from the area that allocates the land. And so someone does the allocation of the land, and another person has to.
When they should be working in sync.
When they should be working, because if you, the chief, you don't know which areas are zoned for building, how can you allocate a land to somebody to go and build on that land? You understand? Or in that area. So that disconnect must be worked on.
So it means that there are people today who have lands yet to either they have lands yet to be sold, but those lands are actually in flood-prone areas.
Exactly.
So what should normally happen to those people? So the local authorities must be telling them, like, this is your land, don't sell it to anybody.
In the first, they shouldn't have even been given the land.
That'd be chaos.
But because the one who gave them the land is not even aware of the zoning of the area, and they are not even interested, because they know that if they are going to be taking the orders and instructions of the planners at the district assembly, they won't even be able. But even now, you can see that they are even double selling some of the lands.
Yes.
Lands they have sold, they will even sell it again and again and again. So it should tell you that if they see a vacant land, trust me, that's why the Sakumaro Rapsar site is being taken by development.
It's been encroached.
You understand? Because the chiefs there keep selling those lands out.
So why do we to arrest some of these chiefs?
So you see, even now, I don't know. I'm even yet to do a research in that area, whether these our water detention areas are legislated. Because it should be possible to say that this is a Rapsar site, this is a water detention area. Let's put up legislation to make it a crime. One for whoever builds in those areas, because now it becomes like just an appeal we are making, and that is against planning and all those things. But let's make it criminal, because it's not enough to just go and demolish a structure. If even demolishing a structure comes at a cost. And you see the funny thing about the demolition move, before a structure comes up, you know, a lot of work is done beneath the ground.
Yes.
Concrete is laid.
Yes.
Do you know that when they go to demolish the structure, they only demolish the upper part? You understand?
Yes.
So the damage that is done under, in terms of the concrete that has been laid, the foundation and everything, is still buried in the ground. So the water that should have been detained there cannot be soaked by the ground because that place is now concrete.
So building on a Ramsar site without a legal authorization is an illegal act.
Yes,
and a crime. Because Ramsar sites are globally protected wetlands, and building on them violates strict local and international environmental protection laws. So there are laws.
How far are we protecting it? I'm talking about even not just the Ramsar, but we should have our local detention, water detention areas.
Okay, so these ones are no-go area.
So
you can't build there.
Exactly. So we should buy. You see, these Ramsar sites are international in nature.
So are you saying the Lands Commission doesn't have these records?
They should, but
yes.
No, but that's what I'm saying about the estate developers.
Yes.
When an area is given to an estate developer,
yes,
he should limit a portion for water detention.
Okay.
And that area should be legislated.
Okay.
Aside
so it must be made compulsory.
Law. Yes.
A water detention center
area.
To retain water.
To retain water in your estate.
Okay.
Because you cannot just be building on water, especially that area, on waterways, and expect the water. So once the water passes your area, then you are cool.
Yeah.
Then what happens to the one down there is none of your business.
Yes.
And the drainage system is also helping because, in fact, we have clogged drains. Our drains are virtually clogged, and our assemblies are helpless because if you look at the budget they don't have the capacity. They do not have the capacity.
I know they have huge budgets.
They have a huge budget, but they have only 10% of their budget for sanitation. Only 10%. And you see, some of this, if we understand that this is a major issue, then we should give them huge budget in that area to address that issue. But don't say that because we have passed the District Assembly Common Fund formula, which says that only 10% of the Assembly's money should go into sanitation. That is all they can use. And so if they exhaust that 10%, whether the problem they are seeking to address is resolved or not, they are helpless. They don't have an option.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. You understand? And then the behavioral issues, I think that's what everybody is complaining about. But I listened to somebody who said he took a car that day after he waited for several hours. He finally got a car to go home around Medina area around 10. But when they got to Atomic, it was clear that the car would not be able to go again. So they all had to come down and walk. So he was walking at Kelly. He said the whole place was smelling shit. People were taking advantage of the running water.
It's too early, please.
I know, but we must say that we have experiences.
Well, let's say it
feces. Okay, yes, let me use feces.
The other one.
The whole area.
The other one.
The people were walking in flood waters, and this flood water the people had opened their manholes and it was flowing alongside the floodwaters.
Wow.
This is how bad we can do to our society. This water, this same thing will find its way into subsystem that will even come back to your house as a drinking water. You understand? And so that is the time most people throw out their rubbish. Then most people wait when the water is passing, then they come out and they throw it, especially the slums. They don't have a proper system of doing away with their waste. And those things, you understand? And then the political bit, the political decisions. But we're talking about the election of I even foresee that if we get to a stage where we have to elect RMDC, then that's when they even become more powerless.
So that's the rubbish on it.
Yeah, because the person wants a second term.
Because you can ask me, the demolitions we are seeing going on, how many times have we seen the MP near any demolition site?
No, they're not. Because that's just seeing votes. The votes are going.
So tomorrow the MCE is now going to also be waiting for votes.
Yes.
So you think the MCE will sanction any demolition of a structure?
They won't.
So I see this election as even a way to make it even more difficult for us to address this issue.
Because the political class are struggling to take the hard decisions, as you rightly said, because of votes.
Okay.
If you elect the MMDC, the same problem would happen. Of course, there are some positives. I mean, that's not to say there's everything negative about the election of MMDs, because I think they become more accountable to the people. But you're also right that sometimes when there are some critical decisions that ought to be taken.
I say the MP is not accountable to the people.
Well, no, the MP is accountable to the
people. So why doesn't he go to the demolition sites?
Well, it is because this one is a bit tricky. So this one, this accountability is
so trust me.
This one is a bit tricky.
We will now create a situation where...
Yeah.
But what's happening? They can't work.
No.
For them, so
it doesn't look like the election really...
It's not the solution.
The only thing it does is that it saves the president the trouble of having to satisfy everybody. That one, it will save the president. Whoever the president is.
Yes.
But aside that...
fully solve the problem.
Anyway.
And this issue The next week or so, you will start talking about cholera outbreak.
Oh yes,
if you look at some of the things you see,
and Bilharzia and all of those things. Yeah.
So the health ministry should also be prepared and be warming themselves up for some of this. And so we have a long way to go.
We have a problem.
We should see the completion, at least the phase 1 of the Gary project. It's key because it appears like. And if you look at the money, I understand we haven't even drawn down half of what has been allocated to us on the Ghana project.
Yes.
Which is why we are at where we are. It seems we are lacking the political will to take the hard decisions that we agreed to take in respect of the Ghana. But I think as politicians, both parties, we have not been able to address the issue of flood. And you see, it gets worse by the day.
Cry on cry.
Yeah. It gets worse by the day. Yeah. No, you even started. See, this flood issue, we should not start politicizing it. Otherwise, we'll sit here and do the usual blame game. You were supposed to implement the Gary project. You understand?
Okay. All right.
The Gary project has been fully implemented.
Okay.
And that is what is accounting for what we are seeing today.
Okay.
If we had given it the commitment it deserves.
Okay.
And the building along waterways, no political party can absorb itself of that blame.
Okay.
Regardless of which party is in power, NDC or MPP, we still find people building in waterways. We find people being given permits, being allocated lands that in areas that they were not supposed to be given lands to build in.
Okay.
And it's causing all these things. And so these are the issues are multifaceted. The issues they cross political lines, and it will not be fair to want to see this. As I was thinking that when we experienced the June 10th disaster in 2015, it would have given us that wake-up call. At least to ensure that we take some drastic decision.
Okay.
The decision we see being taken now are just knee-jerk reactions. Going to pull down kiosks and all those things. Where will that take us to?
Okay. All right. Alfred.
Yes, boss.
What I also say is.
Just a second. I just want to put this point.
Okay, whilst you are forming your thoughts, let me just read this message from Carlos from Ododo. Now it says, "Good morning, Moro. Carlos. Now with issues regards to this fire here, fire there, this is happening. Mysterious things are happening in this country. I suspect some foul play. Why am I saying so? Again. Most of the times, it might be that our own negligence and our own overlooking of things. We don't take good care of some of our things. We take things for granted. It might happen. But more, once again, anytime some group of people will be one-sided of this country, immediately they open their mouth to say, we make this country ungovernable. Then you see fire galore. If I can remember, one of such persons who recently opened his mouth at the radio station said he will burn some particular place if something does happen. Can you mention who the person is? Which group does the person belong? And if he knows how to burn a particular group of people, their property, then he might know something about this fire here, fire there. He should be called for questioning, Carlos. And I say, God bless you. Manche Bruce II says, we must stop blaming act of God for perennial flooding. The facts show human negligence, unlawful construction in waterways, and water courses and wetlands, and refuse dumped in open drains with impunity. These acts breach environmental law and endanger public safety. In 21st century Ghana, even drains are no longer defensible. Enforcement of existing statutes and accountability are now non-negotiable. Manche Bruce II from Takrade.
Okay, so you've taken about 2
because I was waiting for you.
I was more than ready.
Okay,
but the first message that came is
Carlos
it's a misled message.
It's a misled message from Carlos.
Because whatever
he says he suspects foul play.
If you cannot mention the names of whoever went to sit on a radio to say anything and give evidence to that effect, then I'm misleading people. And I think we should treat it with the context.
If you have the video, please send it to us. This chap you're talking about who said that
he was going to burn
they would make Ghana ungovernable when they were going to burn some place. If you have the video, please send it to us and let's
But even Salam said it. So listen to the youth organizer of NCP. Salam, Mustafa. No, you were asking. You need an answer.
If that's the video,
Salam said
I don't know if that's the video.
I watched Salam say.
No, I know that video. But I'm saying I don't know if that's what Carlos is mentioning. If Carlos is that.
He said the person sat at the radio station.
But this one he said it at the press conference. Yes, that's right.
But he said it.
So please
don't say it at the radio station. Now, so I quickly, Moro. You know, when you are in government, you are accountable to the people of the Republic of Ghana. So quickly, I googled what NDC promised in their manifesto for this drainage or flood issue.
Right.
NDC promised to find an engineering solution to Ghana's perennial flooding by investing in sustainable drainage system, constructing water retention, as my brother just said, and detention reservoirs in flood-prone communities, and dredging key waterways like the Odo River. Now, drainage construction, constructing and improving drainage systems in major cities like Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, and Koforidua. Water reservoirs, build water retention and detention ponds and reservoirs in flood-prone communities for flood control as well as for irrigation and rainwater harvesting.
Okay.
River dredging and maintenance, repairing, distilling and maintaining existing major drainage systems such as those of the Odo River. Upstream drains, developing multi-purpose dams such as the Nasia and Paulugu dams to help manage water resources and sustainable address disasters like the Bagri Dam spillage in the northern Ghana. Waste management, clearing structures from waterways, ensuring proper waste management and enforcing planning and zoning regulations. Then you can go on and on and on. But what I also googled and checked what President Mahama himself said when he was talking. John Mahama, the flag bearer of the NDC, has reiterated his commitment to addressing the perennial flood problems in Accra. The pledge comes amid growing concerns about the city's vulnerability to floods, which have caused significant property damage, disrupted lives, and even resulted in loss of lives over the years. Mahama said his government will find engineering solutions to the persistent flooding issues, especially in Accra, if he is re-elected as president in the December 2024 general elections. And he went on, indicated that the government will implement the various things that I've already mentioned. So what happens? As good as the government is, when they came into office, on the 12th of March, they formed an anti-flood task force, headed by the chairman. It's a 7-member committee. The chairman is Stan Dogbe. Minister for Water Resources, Works and Housing, Kenneth Gilbert Ajay, is a member. Minister for Local Government, Ahmed Ibrahim, is a member. National Security Coordinator, DCOP Abdul Osman Razak, is a member. DG for NADMO, Deputy DG rather, for NADMO, Teddy Adi, is a member. And Marietta Brew Apia Opon is a member and secretary to the committee. And a rep from the hydrological department is included. They did this nicely. They flew across Accra. They told us that they were looking at all the perennial floods and everything. So they were going to make sure that it's not going to happen again, as they had promised us. And all these lofty ideas that they had put in their manifesto was going to come into place. Then, unfortunately or unfortunately for us, through various communiques here and there and reports here and there, they unfortunately discontinued the good work that Zoomlion was doing for Ghana. On the 11th of June 2025. So he came into office January. He formed a task force in March. 3 months down the line, he discontinued the work of Zoomlion because the task force had come, they had gone around, they had flown across Accra and Ghana, and they had decided that they don't need Zoomlion. Our streets should not be swept. Our gadgets should not be cleared. The work of Zoomlion should go down their waist. Whilst other people in African countries were calling Zoomlion. Sadly, Zoomlion had to go out of work, so he kept his bay. 1 year down the line, look at us today. What is happening? Now, the Revd and sharp man who is heading us says the flooding in Accra is not an engineering problem. It is a problem of discipline. It's no longer an engineering problem. It's a problem of what? Discipline.
Who said this?
President Mahama.
Oh, okay.
You haven't heard it?
Yes, he said it. He said it's in the UK.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, straight away, it tells you that we cut our nose to spice our own face. We cut the work of Zoomlion. Streets and gutters are being choked. We don't care because we feel that Zoomlion is overcharging. Instead of sitting down with him, let us see how we can solve this problem. Continue your work, but we can't pay you so much. Or when we pay you, this amount should go to the staff who are working for you. And this amount should be this percentage should be your administrative cost. No, let's kill Zoomlion's business because Zoomlion is getting so much money out of this. Let us punish the country. Let our gutters be choked. Let our systems, our drainages be choked. My brother who used to clear the Odo River for us for free should not come and work. Look at us today. Look at the members of the committee. No technical people are on it. They are political heads flying in choppers across Accra, telling us that they are going to solve this perennial flood problem. We are in a worse situation than it used to be. It is so bad.
That's the anti-tax.
That's the anti-tax force,
okay,
headed by Stanobe, the chairman, flying on the after the 12th of March when they were inaugurated across Accra, going to solve the problem, the flood problem. It is the worst ever. And if I were him, either the president should tell him to resign or he should resign. Because 1 year down the line, after putting all this together and say that we can solve the problem, and Zulu Lions contract was cancelled, and no other person has been given a contract or have been reissued this contract to make sure that our streets, our gutters, and everything is clean. They should handle it by the district assemblies and everything. So we go down this line, punish a Ghanaian-owned business, stifle him of all funds that he was using to help us make sure that our cities are clean, and then punish the people within. I beg to ask, all these places that you people go and clear, the debris over there, when they bring their houses down, the debris, do they take it off that place? Or they leave it there, that the people who build should come and clear it? Because if I put a structure in, and I come and break down the structure, and I leave all the things over there, my brother, what use is it to us? What good has it done to us? We are rather hurting ourselves than actually helping the situation. You know, the NDC is its own enemy. They have caused this for themselves, and I don't blame anyone but them. They are in government. They should do something better and let us know how they are clearing this. They shouldn't come and equalize and say that, oh, all governments have done the same thing. No. No. Even in our challenging times as MPP, we made sure that Zoom Lion was doing his work. That is why, yes, there were floods, but they were not as bad as we see it today. The gutters are choked. The stilting is not going on. In fact, rather now we are focused more on Galamsey sites. We are doing more good than even the stilting our gutters. So now the water even from the Galamsey sites are even destroying our households. That's why he was talking about cholera and all the other diseases associated to it. Because we are vulnerable now. To the extent that even within a rainy season, we get this, what do you call it, the police quarters being burnt down to ashes. Things have gone. And you know why I'm worried about that situation that happened? And what this, what do you call it, whether Carlos or whoever he is, pushing it and calling us.
Carlos has sent us the video.
Yeah, you can.
So I've just forwarded it to Bright for Bright and Co to assess the video, and then they'll
no
play
problem.
it.
It's
actually different from even the Salah Mustafa one. The Salah Mustafa one, you're right. The Salah Mustafa one was when I think it was after a court
arrest.
The courts
he made those pronouncements.
Over politicization.
This one is different. So I've sent it to Bright.
So
we'll look at it.
I just went through the microfinance systems and asked that. So what was the punishment of Edinam Tamakulu? And why she has run away from this country. It says the Ejura microfinance incident. She embezzled 500,000 Ghana cedis, originally disbursed as a loan to a microfinance company. 2, Kantamanto fire victims. Out of the 1.4 million men to support the market victims of a fire inferno, she misappropriated a large portion, disbursing only 579,000. Sensitization fund. She misappropriated over 1.7 million for a property elevation sensitization exercise and blah, blah, blah goes on. It tells you that even when there is a disaster, my brothers and sisters in government now, they don't care about the vulnerability of the people. What has happened at the police quarters today or yesterday, I'm praying that the same thing doesn't repeat itself, because now they are fire victims. The flood that is going on, the houses that are being broken, they are not even giving it a human touch. The way they even speak to the people, the way they go around and break people's shops and houses and leave the debris there, not collected. And you come and tell me that it's not a problem for us. Because now you don't have the Zoom Lions to go and clear those debris for you. You could have contracted them that immediately we break down, clear it from the place so that the water can flow. Now you've brought the water there because the the debris there are stagnant. Right. So when the water is flowing down, whether from the Ebre Mountains or wherever it's coming from, the Dagri Dam or wherever, it's stuck at the place that you've brought the houses down. So it can't flow into the sea. What are we doing to ourselves? This is the worst ever. I'm not going to sit here and say that, yes, the government is not doing well in 1 or 2 places. They are doing very well. I mean, when it comes to the big push, they are pushing people to become millionaires. So they are doing very well. When it comes to the president traveling across the country, across the world, he's doing very well with that. In fact, he and his ministers have traveled the most extensive.
To have a problem.
The most extensive. Let me land, please. Let me please land.
Ghanaians giving jobs to do.
Let me land with what I'm saying. Okay. The president has traveled extensively ever since he came into office. Since last year, almost every now and then he's out of the country. In serious situations like this, when the country is getting flooded, when people are suffering, when cars cannot pass in and out. In fact, your host, your producer, has done us a great disservice. Because when you look at some of the roads, some of the houses that have submerged into the water, what he's showing us are the end result of maybe people clearing their flats from their houses and maybe water passing here and there. There are places that the cars can go, even 4x4s cannot drive through the water. It tells you the extent of the flood that you are. And this is the tip of the iceberg. The floods are just starting. In fact, the rains are just starting, not the floods. The rains are just starting. So it's not something that we are going to say that, oh, this is just, the end of it. So very soon we are going to do this thing. 1 year down the line, what has this so-called anti-flood task force done? They should come and tell us. What was their TRM or TOR, terms of reference? What did they do? Why did they allow that, even though they haven't started to do anything substantial, they had to get a contract like Zone Lion Council, that our streets are dirty, our gutters are choked, everything is not going well. It's as if we want to punish people because they don't belong to us. That is how I see it. And we are in a situation, if we are not careful, this country is going to go haywire. Right. Because what is happening is very serious. Okay. If these floods are going to continue, or these rains are going to continue this way, and even become worse, as we've been warned, then we are in serious trouble. Yeah. You're in serious trouble. Okay. Yesterday, that Ashanti woman who came to commiserate with KG Mfua went back. Yeah. They said they took them more than 8 or 9 hours on the Kumasi road because of how deplorable the state of the road is. As we speak now, the road that Nana Addo started, they have abandoned it. They are not doing anything. Who started about it? Oh. Who started what? Didn't you know that Nana Addo started roads on the Accra Kumasi road? Accra Kumasi highway. Do you have the history? That road, even Kufuor did part of the road. Mills Muhammad did part of the road before Nana Addo came. So that Kumasi Accra road, they don't wasn't started by Nana Addo. In Kufuor, even I used to use that road. The roads Nana Addo started, bypasses. Oh, you mean that portion? There's a portion. There are portions that Nana Addo has done. So you say portions, but you just said that road. No, it's that. No, it obviously cannot be the entire road. Because I would have been surprised. We are even giving Kumasi there's a one portion. Of the. Can you let me finish? Now I have my point, so you finish and let me respond. The road that Nana Addo started, those bypasses that he put in place, so that all these challenges will not be faced, has been neglected and is going bad. Okay. Now you get them coming to tell us that they don't care about that road, but they are going to start a new highway straight from Accra. Who said they don't care about that road? Oh. No, but see, my brother, just relax because I'm very good at what you're doing. What he's saying is that what you're saying is factually inaccurate. He's always telling you factually inaccurate. What is the fact that expressways has abandoned? No, has the expressway been started? No, not at all. Now go and check on that road whether they are continuing with the projects that Nana Addo are putting. Has it stalled? Yes. Really? Yes. And as which portion they abandoned it? Which portion? Where have they continued with? Because the Pokwasi Amasama is all part of the route. The Pokwasi Amasama is an Accra base. It's in Sawam. It's an Accra base. Which one has stalled? I'm talking about from Sawam when you know the main distance. You know there were some diversions they had to put in place to do it a dual carriage in those areas for the road to be properly constructed. There are certain places he started. there are other places he hasn't had because they were still constructing it. Now, once you are doing that, and they were putting huge drainages on that place.
Right.
Now, once you've left those on that places, it eats into the entire places, especially when we have rains like that.
Okay.
And when you sit here and you tell me that you are doing the work, and Ghanaians who pass on that road, truck drivers, they take 9 hours instead of the normal 4 to 5 hours. And they are going on that road, and you tell me that, oh, we should clap for you. So be it. Let the people who know and are listening judge. But it tells me that you people have failed as a government. They came with lies. They are living with lies. And they are going to live with lies. Because this anti-task force, that Chairman Dogbe, the local government minister, national security, NADMO, and water resource, they put people, lofty people, political people there, who do not understand the cracks of the problem. Look at a person like Professor Nikwe Hammond, who can be on such a committee. Look at even their own person, what do you call him, Kojo Kyungwafo, who can be on that committee. People who have the knowledge and the know-how to say that, listen, for now, because of what is going on, we can quickly do a quick fix like this, but later on, let us put A, B, C, D in place. No, they don't want that. They want to give it a laughter look.
But Alfred,
look at the lavish way of putting something.
Alfred, the people who were put together to the flat tax force, the anti-flat tax force. I mean, have you dug into their backgrounds?
It's not digging into the background. Do they have the time to do that work?
Okay, so the thing is not about whether they have the capacity, or whether they have the time.
The capacity.
Okay, so now let's stay with the capacity argument. Let's stay with the capacity argument. Have you dug into their backgrounds to find out who exactly they are?
You see,
apart from what we know.
You see, when you are putting people there, and last time I said it plainly here, when Kojo was here, that this is a super brain that the president should have used.
Oh, you mean Kojo
If I take Kojo's background, and I dig the Greater Accra Regional Minister's background, do I need to go and dig other background?
But it depends on what you see. That's what I'm saying. It depends on it depends on how much you know. It depends on how much you know about them.
You know the Greater Accra Regional Minister's background.
Well, I don't know much about
her background is that when they feel like punishing you, we should send you to the north.
That's her background.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
That's such a minister.
Oh no, that's it.
Thank you. You think it's parochial?
Oh no,
that is what the minister says.
You're just teasing her.
I'm not teasing her.
Oh,
that is what she did. That is how she thinks. And look at how Kojo is thinking here. When we ask Kojo,
but the president has condemned it.
Was she ever vetted at Parliament?
She wasn't.
Thank you very much.
But what does that
go into detail.
What does that got to do?
If you want me to bring things up, I'll bring things up.
I have to respond to some of those words allegations.
I beg, not Chofache, relax. You know his new name is Chofache. You spoke about Muslims. You know his AK, Chofache.
Yeah, you know your AK. I can mention it here, but we understand the 133. In fact, Moro has started practicing 133. Anybody wants to know the 133 that Moro is practicing?
No,
to see him
we all have a responsibility to promote the 12-hour economy, the 24-hour economy.
So you have started So Moro, to end it all, I would plead with this government.
Yes.
Their traveling is a little bit too much.
Okay.
They should sit down and look at their responsibilities. Their failure is getting more than their successes.
Okay.
What is going on is quite a risk for all of us.
Okay.
The next president of the Republic of Ghana, Mahmoud Bawumia, doctor, does not want to inherit a government that has brought up too much messes.
Okay.
He believes in practical solutions.
All right.
He's saying that we are going to give practical solutions to problems.
Okay.
They can take it or leave it. But what we'll tell them today is that they should go and relook at their anti-fraud task force. They should re-engineer it and get people who are practical and can do their work, and not people who are just going to fly across Accra as we saw in the helicopter.
Okay.
And, be a hands-on people. People who don't have time. Because the chairman of the committee, and his focus is to make sure that his companies that he was running will get single source contracts from various government agencies.
All right, Alfred.
That's the challenge.
Alfred, let's watch this video before we take it. We'll watch this video, we'll take it back and then we'll return. Yes.
Enterprising
Oh, there's a challenge with the audio.
So let me tell you what this guy said.
No, relax. We want to listen. We want to listen. There's a little bit of a technical challenge with the sound. When we come back, we'll fix it and we'll play that video.
The flooding in Accra is not an engineering problem. It is just a problem of indiscipline. It's not an engineering problem, it's a problem of indiscipline. We have drains, and everybody says, why don't you do sealed drains? But the problem is when we do sealed drains, people drink sachet water, they eat papaya in those styrofoam plastics, and they just dump them anywhere. And these plastics wash into the drain, and they go and block the drain. And so if you have to unclog the drain, you have to remove all the drain covers and clean it out. You clean it out, you cover it again. In the next 3, 4, 5 months, they have clogged again. But that is not even the major problem. The major problem is the location of Accra. You have the Kwapim mountain range, and you have the Atlantic Ocean. Before people came to Accra, you had the Lafa stream, you had the Densu, you had the Sakumo stream, you had the Kole stream, you had the Odo stream. All of them were rainwater that falls in the mountains that flow through to the Atlantic Ocean. Then you come and build a city in the path of those streams. What do you expect the streams to do? And even if you build, leave the causeways. If you come to London, you see the canals in the city. If you go and build a house in that canal, where will the water go? It will go back into people's houses. Unfortunately, Nanan Misremu, our traditional rulers are selling plots in streams.
As the days come and go, there's always shit. Let colleagues explore all the planetary bodies. Our mission is in Uranus to treat hemorrhoids, anal fistula, anal fissure, anal incontinence, hidradenitis suppurativa, using laser ligature for pain-free and speedy recovery. On Uranus Street, Accra, is Main Tuber Hospital and Coloproctology Center. Trust Uranus with us and we will delight you. Visit Main Tuber Hospital today or call us on 0244 581 541.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy. Specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
Looking
Looking for comfort, convenience, and class all in one place? Welcome to Stay Easy Apartments on Conference Center, where modern living meets exceptional service. Whether you're staying for business or leisure, Stay Easy offers you a home away from home. Spacious and well-furnished apartments, pool, gym, and everything you need to relax and feel at ease. Planning a meeting, workshop, or special event? Our event ground and state-of-the-art conference center is designed to host your events and bring your vision to life. From corporate gatherings to private functions, we provide the perfect space, supported by modern equipment and a professional team ready to assist you. At Stay Easy, your comfort and success are our priority. Book your stay or reserve your space today. Call us at 020-739-1473 or 0244-226367. Stay Easy Apartments and Conference Center. Stay easy with us.
Since inception in 2012, Rehoboth has played an active role in addressing Ghana's housing deficit, having developed over 2,000 housing units. Over the last 6 years, we have grown into one of Ghana's leading providers of social and affordable housing, with strong focus on creating quality homes that remain affordable to families at home in Ghana and in the diaspora. Today, we stand proud as Ghana's largest private affordable and social housing provider, directly resolving the deep-seated anxieties of the Ghanaian diaspora buying properties back home. We have completely eliminated the systemic worries of housing. With Rehoboth, there is no land litigation, no court injunctions, and no land guards. Every single development is fully secured with proper, flawless documentation, providing our homeowners with absolute peace of mind. This revolutionary journey of affordable housing began at Rehoboth Knightsbridge in Kwabena. Developed as Africa's premier age-certified green community, Knightsbridge shattered the status quo, proving that sustainable, world-class urban living with elite amenities could be made accessible to our people. Building on that national triumph, we scaled our vision with Rehoboth Palm, which also proudly holds prestigious EDGE certification. This massive master-planned development seemingly blends active community lifestyles with rock-solid investment value, locking in generational wealth for Ghanaian families. Now we introduce our most ambitious milestone yet, Rehoboth Havens, commandingly positioned in the serene hills of Ayimensa Danfa with breathtaking views of the Pediase Ebri Mountains. This secure gated community redefines modern living, and we have completely rewritten the rules of acquisition. No banks, no transaction cost, no complex, exhausting bureaucratic processes. With just a 20% deposit, you take immediate possession of your home, spreading the remaining balance over 10 years directly with us. With prices for our 2, 3, and 4-bedroom all-en-suite homes starting from just $55,000, your dream of home ownership is finally within reach. Don't wait any longer. Your keys are ready. Just move in. Call us today on +44 203 154 8400 or +44 791 737 6631 or +233 25 662 3346. Rehoboth Social Housing. Your housing dream becomes a reality.
June 3rd, 11 years ago, tragedy struck the heart of Accra. Lives were lost, families were changed forever, and a nation mourned. Today, we remember through action. Let's Love Lead NGO present the 4th edition of the June 3rd Memorial Sanitation Drive, bringing together celebrities, musicians, community leaders, chiefs, influential politicians, and the general public for a major cleanup exercise from Nima Mambo Bigata to Paloma and its environs. Together, let's keep our communities clean and protect lives. Date Saturday 6 June 2026. Location Nima Mamobi Gata to Paloma, Accra. Time 6 a.m. prompt. Come ready to clean. Come ready to serve. Come ready to lead with love. Powered by Let's Love Lead NGO. Healing communities, inspiring action. For more information, call 0242 737116. Sponsors, partners.
Hi guys, again we're here. Once again, the World Cup season is here. 20th anniversary of the World Cup. 2006, Ghana went to the World Cup. 2026. So I want you to make sure that your choice is Metro TV, Original FM, Original TV for all the latest news, updates, what is happening here in Ghana with the fans, in Mexico, in the USA, and in Canada. Make sure you stick and stay.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM.
The flooding in Accra is not an engineering problem. It is just a problem of indiscipline. It's not an engineering problem, it's a problem of indiscipline. We have drains, and everybody says, why don't you do sealed drains? But the problem is when we do sealed drains, people drink sachet water, they eat papaya in those styrofoam plastics, and they just dump them anywhere. And these plastics wash into the drain, and they go and block the drain. And so if you have to unclog the drain, you have to remove all the drain covers and clean it out. You clean it out, you cover it again. In the next 3, 4, 5 months, they have clogged again. But that is not even the major problem. The major problem is the location of Accra. You have the Kwapim Mountain Range and you have the Atlantic Ocean. Before people came to Accra, you had the Lafa Stream, you had the Densu, you had the Sakumo Stream, you had the Kole Stream, you had the Odor Stream. All of them were rainwater that falls in the mountains that flow through to the Atlantic Ocean. Then you come and build a city in the path of those streams. What do you expect the streams to do? And even if you build, leave the causeways. If you come to London, you see the canals in the city. If you go and build a house in that canal, where will the water go? It will go back into people's houses. Unfortunately, Nanan Misremu, our traditional rulers are selling plots in streams.
We want this, we want that. But the attitudinal change that will enable us to be able to make to bring value to these demands, that is always left out, up till today. Whilst as the Odol River is being dredged, there are still people at home who, when the rains come, think that the easiest way to deal with dirt in their houses is to throw it out into the gutter setting. Those things have to come to a stop. The next time this some koso terrorizing
and you know say a criminal offense, right?
A criminal offense, I say. Now some people for this council
she will be
obi amekashi and some men and use phone can ukruma hanum. Yeah, time. President Akufo-Addo wote so akwa haraji obi akwa chichim kofo. Into the next time I'm met people I want you to know say but for the consequence. Your best share NDC headquarters from which you say peace council, if peace council will not come inside. No more shame or more for year and 2 years. I mean that era near term. Sometime now you see a rolling stand. Okasa na cast one
ankama put onia hanum na kasi hanum a omode me kwa akogbo ame e wo hemfa nige kem those days are far gone. It is from MPP members. The first one in Ayadebe Mom, they say, best headquarters. Then we'll come to the peace table. Me, I can't hear. Now, Obia, who says, Siano, move to me to tea and for and for move to me, then we will proceed.
Casa will Casa no pay.
I want
any threat here.
Ya Bromo, any threat here
is against the law.
And I'm saying, I'm not from the summer yet. I'm not from the summer yet. I am buying now, but no, money here, Mr. Speaker, no more young.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. My guests are still here. Alfred Kojo Thompson is a member of the MPP's communications team. Abdul Fattah Al-Hassan is MP for Yendi, the private legal practitioner, and also speaks for the NDC as well. So, gentlemen, we only have 10 minutes to wrap up with this. So you saw the video. We just played it, where the chap there was threatening that if the members are arrested,
it was wrong.
They will burn the NDC headquarters.
He said they will burn where?
The NDC head office.
He didn't say they will burn the police station or any other place.
That's true.
It was specific.
That's true.
So when we are giving information, please, you have to be accurate.
So is it okay to say you burn a building?
But is it okay for the government to be watching our people being caught left, right, center, forward?
But you think
it's okay?
It's okay because they are being responsible.
Resetting of a government. Resetting of
doesn't mean you should speak irresponsibly.
Everything. What didn't?
Can I have my take on this issue?
What did the current presidency?
You both have 3 minutes each.
Well, that's what is 5 minutes again.
No, 3 minutes each.
No.
Yes.
I initially in my remarks on the flood, I didn't want to be political, but I see if the way Alfred started with this Zoom Lion is a reputable organization, and it is not proper to sit here and want to lambast a company, want to speak ill of a company that has made its mark. But you see, we're all here when a minister in charge of sanitation, the Honorable Cecilia Dapa, a minister in charge of sanitation, not a finance minister. In fact, they even blew the cup. The minister in charge of having as much as $1 million in her bedroom.
Has it been accounted that is stolen money?
Can I make myself? I thought you said I should allow you.
No, you can't denigrate someone who has been a former minister.
You were speaking. I allowed you to speak. So you see,
let's.
What is good for the goose is good for.
I want to know what point he's trying to make. He's building a point.
Okay, let's see whether you say that.
I am telling you that you see the sanitation. We gave you a sector to manage. The sanitation sector was supposed to be managed by you as a minister of state. Now you are able, and this is a government that even came on the back of digitalization and other payment. Now you are being caught with $1 million in your yes, 300,000 euro.
Oh no, what exactly is the point?
Yes, I'm making my point. Okay. I'm talking about some of the decisions we are making today. Let me tell you. You see, what you are trying to brand, there's a decision that has been taken today about Zoom Lion.
Okay.
And there's a reason for that decision.
Okay.
In 2009, from 2009 to 2016, NDC worked with Zoom Lion. They had no problem with Zoom Lion. Okay. It's not the first time NDC is working with Zoom Lion. In fact, do you know that in 2013, World Bank had to debar Zoom Lion from working in Liberia on corruption-related issues. 2013, Zoom Lion was debarred from working in Liberia because of corrupt payments that they made. And even in your own government, the Jida scandal, 2021 August, your own Auditor General ordered Zoom Lion to pay back to the government 95 million Ghana cedis, being payment they had received for no work done. You understand? And another 40 million, yes?
Honorable, this World Bank matter that you brought about,
it
was actually fake news.
Thank you.
What fake news?
It was.
It was never fake news.
You didn't know.
It was never
Because
fake
we
news.
went behind the scenes to check, and the World Bank said I never
They
said
haven't
anything
said
about
anything
Zuma.
like that.
But when they're doing the contract in Liberia,
Information.
when they're doing the contract in Liberia,
Well, you
they
see,
were debarred from doing the contract in Liberia.
They were not. No.
They were not doing the contract in Liberia.
Let's even assume that they were not doing. I'm just saying that we have to be careful because about the reputation of a company.
That is what. So I didn't want him to go about bringing NDC in.
I'm just saying that. Oh no, I beg you.
You withdraw it.
Whatever decision the government took here, let's not relate it to anything
No,
that
so
happened somewhere.
that's
You understand what I'm
fine.
saying? The government of the day, in its
That's a
wisdom,
responsibility.
thought
Yes.
that
Deliver.
they don't want to.
I
have
am
this
telling
thing,
you
that's fine.
what has.
But all the things you're stating, if somebody says if you're taken to court and you're subjected to strict proof to prove that indeed the World Bank said this about Zuma, you may be found wanted. That's what I'm saying. Let's be
Were
careful.
they given a contract in Liberia or not?
No, I'm
It's
saying
not
that.
about a
Did
contract.
they use a contract?
Even if they were not given a contract in Liberia, the question is,
Auditor General, 2021 August.
but they are fighting that in court. They are fighting that in court.
So we are telling you that some of the
until
things,
it is established.
So that is a government position. That this man has been paid for no work done. That's government position.
Yes.
It is also government position.
Yes.
That Zuma is being paid 850 Ghana cedis per worker in relation to the sweepers.
Yes.
For them to pay to the workers. The workers are getting 258 Ghana cedis at the end of the month. 850 for somebody. You are giving the person 258 at the end of the month. So the government has issues.
His point is not that everything is fine. He's just saying that you do
So
not.
I am
You do
telling
not
him
throw
that
the baby and
there
the
could be
bath
a
away.
better way.
That's the point he's trying to make. He's
So
not
that is
saying
why
that-
I'm telling you that. So you don't poo-poo the government decision because the government decision may have come with some reasoning.
Okay.
We don't allow
That's why I use the
simply
phrase,
because
don't cut your nose to
Why are we
spite
spending
your
so
face.
much time on this matter?
And
You
I'm
have
telling
to
you-
say you've decided to spend all your time on
on
Zuma.
you.
No, you
Why
are
is it
even making it look long because
No,
you see,
you are doing
I am telling you that this government has a responsibility to the people.
Right.
And it is also the responsibility of the government to make sure that people are not being shortchanged
Okay.
in terms of this. So whatever decision may have been taken in relation to Zuma was taken in the best interest of the state.
No, that's fine.
In relation to this flag,
wasn't.
in relation to this flag, let me tell you, we work with the company that manages. It's not only in relation to sanitation. That is the cause of this flag. Well, even your president Nanadu, our former president said it's also behavioral. It's also behavioral. You understand? Nanadu even said it's also behavioral. So you don't even say that we are saying it's behavioral. There are a lot of factors that underpin this. And if you want to pin it to just the fact that we threw away the baby with the bad water, that would not be fair.
All right.
You understand? The government has a responsibility, and it is discharging that responsibility in making sure that the sanitation issues are addressed.
All right.
But we have not failed, like I said. We took over the Garage project. The Garage project, as we speak, we don't know the fate of it. Monies that have been used in that project, we can't even
You've
fully
talked about it again because of time matter. You've raised this. This is about the third time you're raising it.
People are allowing
I
him
beg
to take
you.
the time.
So that you can have his 2 minutes. I beg you.
Quickly for me to do the 2 minutes, I'll use the first one to debunk the things he said about Cecilia Dapa, who was a businesswoman on her own before she came into office. Nothing, 1 year, 6 months down the line, they have found nothing wanting against Cecilia Dapa. And so it's very shameful that a government appointee will come and sit here and say things about a woman.
So the matter has concluded.
It's a government NDC.
The matter has concluded.
He's just an MP.
Okay, and government MP comes to sit on
You
air.
mean if you say an NDC MP?
It's government. NDC is government, isn't it? Government MP comes to sit on air.
They brought that issue. We didn't even allege justice.
When you said I should keep quiet, please. And mention names of people who haven't done anything. I'm very glad and I'm so happy that you made him immediately stop the spoiling of name of Zoom Lion by saying that World Bank withdrew his contract, which I felt he should have even withdrawn as a noble man, because you can't say things like that and just walk away freely. If you don't know certain information and you just go and Google something and it's not true, check again on Google that was this true or not, and they'll tell you that it's not true. So let us not spoil people's destiny.
Okay.
Now, coming to the mere fact that he said that, they were paying people 250 and taking 800.
Okay.
I can come and sign an agreement with you that this is how much I want to pay my people. I can sign an agreement with people that this is how much I want to pay you.
Okay.
If you think as a person, I'm not being fair, all you have to do is that sit down with me. Let's negotiate. Let's judge. Let's see how we can make sure that, listen, instead of paying, and that is why I use the word that instead of doing this thing, paying low, let us raise the what do you call it, payment, and the administrative cost should go low. And you don't cut your nose to spite your face. Look at us today. Look at the dream.
Did we have flag before today?
Look at the flags today.
Did we have flag when
July
July was there?
I said it is west.
That's fine.
It is
That's fine.
west.
Hey, Alfred,
and you have to admit
just a second.
that it is west.
Just a second. So,
After the second, I'm not going to do this.
Yes.
I'm not going to
So
get my
Fuseni
time
Donko
again.
says, more little education to my brother Alfred. The Bagri Dam spillage doesn't count to Accra, please. the main inflow of Accra Flats are the Ebre Mountain inflows, and building to block the main rivers, taking the water from the Ebre Mountains to the sea. Don Kofuseni, Deputy Director General of
Mohammed was the one who said it. And I read
what?
I read it from Mohammed's piece.
It's okay. It's their time.
You see,
we've been talking for 3 hours. It's not time for our viewers to also talk.
What did he say?
So Prince Henry Kofi, who's the aspiring Eastern Regional Communications Officer of the NDC. He says, good morning, Alfred. Good morning. The MPP should be the last talking about drainage because they indeed caused a lot of havoc to this country. Cesar Dapa kept money that was meant for drainage at her home. And then this one says that Alfred Kojo Tradles says that Mo, it's quite interesting hearing Alfred Thompson talk as if his flooding problem started yesterday. Alfred has forgotten that the MP led by Vision Les Nana Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mambia had 8 good years with this same problem and couldn't solve the perennial flooding. How can you question a government that has been in office for less than 2 years? Alfred Thompson should listen to himself when debating on TV. The pride will let him remain in opposition for more than 32 years. That's Alfred Kojo Tradles. And Hardy from Pig Farm, gentlemen, I beg you. Hardy from Pig Farm says, good morning, brother. All that is left in the minds of MP communicators today is confusion. Whatever they spew out doesn't make sense. No wonder they were able to believe that some guinea fowls have flown from Ghana to Burkina Faso. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama is very much on course and focused on executing the restart agenda. He's paying no attention to all these ugly noises that's been made by Alfred and his nagging People's Party. Let me also say that Mustafa Abattoir Nesawasi says the recurring floods in Accra and Kumasi require urgent attention and lasting solutions. While authorities must improve drainage systems and urban planning, citizens must also stop dumping refuse into gutters, which contribute significantly to flooding. Sanitation laws should be strictly enforced and offenders held accountable. Combating flooding is a shared responsibility that demands commitment from both government and the public. My regards to Abbas Sabute. And then Manche Bruce. Okay, I've read Manche Bruce's statement already. All right, so Tafai Namra here says that, good morning, Aldo. We always blame the politicians for this annual flooding, but politicians are not the ones who are issuing the permit for the estate developers or whatever, or whoever wants to get the permits to build. Aldo is the engineers at the municipalities who are issuing the permits to the builders. Aldo, I know some places that NADBO will write to the municipal and give them all the details of the danger of putting any building on a particular area. But before you realize, someone will be building on that waterlogged area. Maclean Desmond says that during 2024, Maclean, your message is too long. I'm not sure I'll be able to read it, but I'll read it on Monday. I promise you, it's just too long. We don't have all day, so I won't be able to read it. So anyway, so gentlemen, just don't go. We have some World Cup. No. I'll let you sign off. We have some World Cup updates. Let's watch this. Let's watch this.
NADBO is giving.
Yachayama, Yachayama, Bayali way in I Dilmono, Gakalika, yes, so in I saw my one pay. Bayali way in I Dilmono, Gakalika, yes, so in I saw my one blue. Gano dende, blaster so dende. 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 Yita mubi oba bana batene samia. Yacha ya mubi oba bana batene samia.